It is Thirsty Thursday here on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. I'm your host, Keith Gibson, and it is a little warmer today than it has been the last few days, but we're going to make it even warmer. I've got a new guest on with me today who's going to tell you a little bit about what it's like being down the southern part of the 217, and that is Kalen Mxrcux from Altamont, singer-songwriter. Kalen, welcome to the Clubhouse Cafe morning show, and thank you for joining us, my friend.
What's up, Keith? Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
So let's get a little bit know about you. You're from Altamont.
Yes, sir.
Which, if people up in central Illinois aren't real sure about Altamont, where it's at, home of the Indians.
Yeah.
But it is just west of Effingham, right? Southwest of Effingham?
Yes, sir.
So you're not far from Effingham, from 57, 70, running all through there. Let's get to know you, though. So did you grow up there?
Yeah, so I grew up in Altamont, Illinois. I went to Altamont schools till I was in 8th grade, and then I went over to Effingham, and I went to high school in Effingham. And, after high school, I went to play baseball. I got a scholarship to play at a junior college. I worked my butt off. I played at Lewis and Clark Community College.
Okay.
Then I got a scholarship to go play Division I baseball at Western Illinois. It was so much fun. I ended up tearing my labrum, though, and I had to kind of choose if I wanted to get surgery and kind of start over. Or go ahead and go to the music thing. And I felt like God was telling me that, hey, dude, you learned how to be a leader. You learned how to deal with failures on the baseball field and how to be a good teammate. And he's like, dude, it's time to go try to teach that word through music instead. So I just leave everything in the hands of God. And it's honestly kind of crazy. So
well, that's awesome. So I'm a big baseball guy myself. Love baseball. Let's talk about this a little bit. So what position did you play?
I was a pitcher.
That's what I was going to guess. Tearing the labrum, yeah. I was guessing pitcher. Are you lefty or righty?
Righty.
Okay. So you worked your tail off and were able to play JUCO, be able to play Division I baseball, which is very rare. Tear your labrum and you decide, I want to get into music. Yep. I want to take my music career. Let's talk about that in a little bit. You want to stay around and talk about that with me this morning?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get you back to the music here on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show, and we'll be back with Kalen Mxrcux, and we'll find out why there's an X in his name as well a little later on in the morning. You're listening to Clubhouse Lounge Radio, Clubhouse217.com. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Cafe morning show. It is Thirsty Thursday here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, and our special guest today is Kalen Mxrcux. He's a singer-songwriter from down in Altamont, Illinois, the southern part of the 217. And Kalen, thanks for staying with us all morning long. We do appreciate it. We talked a little earlier how you got into music because your baseball career, which you went on to play JUCO baseball in the Division I at Western, you're now into music. How did the transition going from being a top athlete, and you are playing Division I baseball? I mean, that's a top athlete, and then you start all over and get in the music scene. How'd that hard work that you learned through high school, JUCO, and D1 transition to music?
So it all kind of just starts with when I was in high school, I honestly didn't work very hard, and I had trouble finding who I was as a person. One of my best friends, my big brother, my senior year of high school, he passed away in a car accident, and it changed my life forever. And I decided, hey, I'm going to start working really hard, and I'm going to go play college baseball, and I'm going to freaking do this thing. Get to college baseball, work my tail off, do everything I can to get to Division I level, because that JUCO level, you're always working to do the best you can so you can get to that next level, play Division I baseball. And, that entire road, I've always been big in music, even middle school and high school, and music's always been background. I was learning how to play guitar in that time during college. And I learned how to work hard. I learned how to dedicate my time to doing what I love to do. And I learned that anything is really possible if you just set your mind to it. And I proved to myself, and I'm trying to show the world even more that, hey, even if you if you slacked off a lot and you didn't do the thing, all it takes is to work hard and
that's right.
You got it. So I manifested to go play Division I baseball. I put my faith in God, and now I'm going to do exact same thing with music, so I'm so excited to see what he's got in store for me. And
let's talk about your name. Let's talk about your name a little bit. There's an X in your last name. Kalen is your first name.
Yes, sir.
And then it's Mxrcux.
Yes, sir.
That's not how you spell Marcus, my friend.
No, it's not.
But where's the X come from?
So I've been through a lot of different names. So when I was in high school, my freshman sophomore year, I was Rich Dollar Cookie, but I was a rapper back then. And after I was a rapper,
Hold on, time out. You were a rapper.
I was a rapper. That's what I like to do. I like to freestyle with my friends at the house.
Bust a rhyme.
Or yeah, we go to our buddy's house and we'd be freestyling. Someone would always throw on a beat. And we'd start freestyling. So I like rap music in that way. And I rebranded and went to the Untitled Kid. Then after that, I was like, you know what? My name's Kalen. There's not many people with the name Kalen. I'm going to go ahead and embrace that. And I'm going to be Kalen Mxrcux. Marcus is my middle name. And I had it written out as Marcus with an A. And it looked cool. But I was like, I think it looked cool if I took the A out and put an X. And I was like, you know what? Joe Dirt put an E at the end of dirt and made it Dirte to make it look cool. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'll make my name look cool.
Man, I love it. All right, stay around with us a little longer. We're going to take a break, get back to the music. We're going to come back with you, Kalen. We're going to talk about your music and actually songwriting. We're going to get into the music here later on this morning. Sound good?
That's good.
All right, we're going to take a break, get you back to the music here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio at clubhouse217.com. It's the Clubhouse Cafe morning show here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. I am Keith Gibson, your host, Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're glad you're with us here on this thirsty Thursday. Joining me today is Kalen Mxrcux, singer-songwriter from Altamont, Illinois. Kalen is with us, and we've learned that how he got into music is he went from playing baseball, JUCO, to D1, tours labrum, that really pushed him to go to music. And we've also learned that he wanted to be like Joe Dirt and have a cool name. And that's why there's an X in his last name. But now we're going to get a little bit more stuff about him and a little bit about his music. So you picked up a guitar early, Kalen, and thank you for being with us this morning, all morning long. You picked up a guitar early and you started playing. What were your inspirations? Like music-wise, what were you into when you first picked up that guitar? Because I'm sure it's probably changed since then.
Yeah, so like I said, I started off as a rapper, but my first days listening to music was listening to Hank Jr. with my dad. I remember he showed me the song Dinosaur by Hank Jr. We were going over an old railroad track that wasn't being used no more, and I remember vividly, like, me and my dad's like, hey, you ever heard this before? I know you haven't heard this before. And he played I fell in love with the song, and I fell in love with country music. But my senior year, when I picked up the guitar and started playing, my inspirations were still Hank Jr., Waylon Jennings, really like Tyler Childers, and the new stuff, Morgan Wallen. I like older guys, and I like the newer guys too. So I listen to it all.
So you listen to it all. What is your style of music as far as when you play? Are you, not to sound cliche, but tearing my beer, or do you like a little bit more upbeat stuff where, you've got the Morgan Wallens and the Luke Combs and things like that? Do you like to play that type of stuff?
Oh yeah, and like I love outlaw country. Like outlaw country is like some of my favorite stuff. But then I look in the mirror and I'm like, you know what? I ain't never been to jail. I ain't an outlaw.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I'm just not an outlaw country guy. So when I do my country music, I sing the old stuff, but I definitely probably have a newer sound to my music. But I try to make sure that when I'm writing music, I write music just as unique as I can, and like just write stuff that I like. Because if I do stuff that I like with my music, I know that other people are gonna like it too, rather than me trying to sound like somebody.
Right, and when you write, I've talked to a lot of musicians and singer-songwriters over the last few years, and when you write stuff for yourself, you put more emotion into it, and you're able to display it and put it on better when you know the meaning of it, and it helps, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, get you back to the music. We're gonna come back with Kalen here in a little bit, and we're gonna talk about some of that emotion. We're going to talk about some of his songwritings and some of his unique styles he's got right here on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. It's Thirsty Thursday, and this is the Clubhouse Cafe morning show. I'm Keith Gibson, your host, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., and I've got with me today Kalen Mxrcux from Altamont, singer-songwriter. And Kalen and I have talked a little baseball, as he was a pitcher in JUCO and D1, but then tours labrum. And so now he's right into music and how he's had his inspirations from Waylon to Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen. Now, though, he's writing his own stuff. And we talked earlier in the morning, Kalen, about how it's personal. When you write your stuff, songs, it's personal. Do you write from, because I know I do, feelings and that moment, and do you just pick up things like, you could be shopping, grocery shopping, you could be out in the field, you can do something, and you hear something, you're like, that's it, and then you start writing?
Yeah, so like my writing style, something that I've definitely been working on is, it's easy to write a song when you have inspiration. But the hard part is, if you want to be a pro songwriter, if you want to build it, like, look, some of my pro writing song friends or songwriter friends, they talk about, you got to learn how to write music without inspiration. And that's the hard part. So like when I'm writing music, I write a song every single day, and not every song's good. Most of them aren't good. But the thing is as you keep writing, you're going to get a song out of it that's really good. And something that's cool about writing your own music is when you sit down to write, you write whatever you feel that day. So some days I'll write a folk song that'll sound like a Bob Dylan song. Other days I'll write a song that sounds like a Morgan Wallen song. Another day, Merle Haggard. Another day, it might sound like Justin Bieber. Who knows? But I just do what I love to do with songwriting, and whatever I feel that day, try to make some sort of inspiration. If I sit down and write and I'm not inspired, inspiration just strikes out of nowhere, it seems.
Let me ask you. So when you're writing, because do you have a beat in your head already, or do you maybe sometimes sitting there and playing the guitar and just kind of messing around, and you play something, you're like, oh, wait a minute, and then you put something to that, or do you write first and then put the beat to it?
So like exactly the first way you said it. So like with my rap background, I'm definitely stronger in my melodies. So when I grab a guitar and I start playing chords and I start humming to it, or I seen John Mayer say something about him looking to the corner of the room, and I was like, dude, that's kind of how I kind of go about it too. So it's cool to see how everybody else does the way they do it, because it's definitely a very unique way of writing music for everybody. But mine's definitely sitting with the guitar and getting a melody that way. I'll have some lyrics that I've written down, as in like I might hear something, or I'll hear, oh, that could be a song idea type thing, and I'll write it down. Then I'll come up with a melody like that. So
how many notes do you have? Because I know I'm talking to a lot of guys, and I do it too. I have notes everywhere, and there's things that like ideas that I have and promotions that I want to do, and I'll write a note down wherever I'm at. I always have a pen and paper on me. I always have a pen with me for sure, so I can write something down. Is that the same way with you?
Yeah, and I mean nowadays a lot of people use their phones in a way, but like I don't write music with my phone, because the phone's so distracting nowadays, where you'll get a notification or something, and then as you're channeled into somewhere else when you're writing the song, you'll get out of that and you'll be like brought back, and it's like, okay, now what did they just text me or something? So I go to pen and paper when I'm writing, but if I hear an idea, I'll type it onto my notes.
Let's take a break. Let's come back and let's talk about some of your original songs. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds good.
I am here with Kalen Mxrcux on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show, singer-songwriter from Altamont, Illinois. We're going to take a quick break, get you back to the music, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some of his original music and some of his songwriting talents that he has right here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com. It's the Clubhouse Cafe morning show, and it's Thursday. This is Keith Gibson, your host, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. Today we've got as a guest, Kalen Mxrcux, and that's with an X, ladies and gentlemen. Singer-songwriter from Altamont, Illinois, and Kalen and I have talked his life in baseball. We've talked how he gets his inspiration, how he songwrites. Now we're going to talk a little bit, finally, about your music, my friend. And thank you for being with us today on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show. We talked earlier in the morning about how you get your inspiration. You maybe looking in a corner. You know, you got a rap background, used to freestyle, but now you get that songs. What's some of the songs you're so proud of that you've written, able to record, and you hear and you're like, man, I did that.
Yeah, I'd have to say the song that I just released this past year, I got to go down to Nashville and get the record cut. And it's my first country music single. I got released to all platforms. So like wherever people find their music, they can find it. And my best friend, he does videography. And he said, dude, we should make a music video for that. And I was like, yeah, we should make a music video. So we got a music video made too. And the song's called Roots into Romance. And it just talks about a relationship and how meeting that other person just makes you feel at home as soon as you met them. And writing the song, it reminded me when I was a kid again, going to my grandparents' house and just riding my bike everywhere and just all the different road signs and all the memories that I had. Meeting this girl, she made me feel like a kid again and brought those memories out. So I got the song called Roots into Romance, and I'm so glad I got it out, and it's doing really well for me on Spotify. People have been streaming it like crazy, and I'm super, super proud of that one. I worked really, really hard for that.
Let's talk about that experience a little bit here. Let's talk about what it was like. First time you've been to Nashville to cut a song, right?
Yeah, first time to cut a record. Yeah, me and my parents went down there. I was going to try out for Belmont University. It's music there. It didn't end up working out, but it was super cool to see the city for the first time. Then that second time I went down by myself, and it was a crazy experience getting in that studio with a great producer, Sean Rogers. He cut Bailey Zimmerman's first song, Never Coming Home. And yeah, it was just super, super cool experience. I enjoyed it. Just the feelings that I had driving down there, like all the thoughts going through my head, like, holy cow, I'm finally going to Nashville to cut a record. Like, I've been thinking about this for a long time, and it was so cool. It was a dream come true, and I can't wait to go down there again to cut another record.
How often do you get to do you do anything besides music? Let's go there.
Yeah, so since I tore my labrum, I've really taken up golf.
Okay.
And it's something that's super cool because I get to spend time with my dad doing it, and it's something that me and him can we can play together, and we can adjust the handicaps. Like if one of us is better than the other, I'm not gonna say which one's better, but
hey, but it's those moments, man. It is. My father and I spend a lot of time together too, and I've been on a lot of trips with him. We've been a lot of places together, and it's those moments and memories that will last a lifetime. So being able to do that is amazing, and I'm glad you get to do that. What are we working on right now?
So I'm working on writing as many songs as I can.
Okay.
Like, I want to be a songwriter. My goal is to be a professional songwriter. If I can't sing the songs, I hope someone else can. And I really want to push that other person to do it too. Like I said, I just want to be the best songwriter that I can. I perform gigs every single weekend, so I'm working on my performance too. Eventually the stars are going to align. I know they are.
Okay, let's hold that thought, my friend. We're going to take a break, and I want to talk about your gigs. I want to talk about what you got going on, where you like to play, and that kind of stuff. We're going to take a break, get back to the music, and we're going to come back here on the Clubhouse Cafe Morning Show with Kalen Mxrcux, singer-songwriter. Here in a little bit, we're going to talk about, there's one place in particular I know you played, and it's one of my favorite joints to go see. So we'll be back in just a minute here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com. Back at the Clubhouse Cafe Morning Show. Keith Gibson here with you every weekday morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, clubhouse217.com. My guest this morning on Thirsty Thursday is Kalen Mxrcux from Altamont, the southern part of the 217. He's a singer-songwriter, and we've got a lot in common. We're both baseball guys. You were a baseball player, JUCO, D1 at Western, tore your labor, and that brought you into music. Now, I was not a great baseball player. I like what you call a movable backstop. I was there. Ball better hit me because anyway, I wasn't going chasing. But no, I love baseball. I love the game. I love the idiosyncrasies of it. Kalen, I'm glad you're here with us today. But now you're into music. Now you're a singer-songwriter. Now you got Roots to Romance. You've cut your first record in Nashville. You've cut your teeth, my friend. But let's talk about where you're playing at and some of your favorite places to play there. And some call Effingham, Altamont area, Southern Illinois. I still don't, man. That's not Southern yet. But let's talk about some of the places you like to play up there.
Yeah, so I like to play at the Orchard in Effingham. That's a good spot to play at. I played there a couple weeks ago. Had a real good time. I've honestly played at a bunch of places covering Southern and Central Illinois. One of my favorite places to play at's the Muddy Saloon. I actually got to open a show up for Dylan Wolf. He's a pretty big artist in Southern Illinois.
Oh, he's from Clay City. He's from my neck of the woods, young man.
Yeah, he's really, really good.
He's good. He's a good young man too. I will.
Oh yeah.
I will give props to Dylan.
He's helped
Don't
me
tell him I said that, but I'll give him props.
He's helped me out so much. He's so cool. I got to open up that show with him and Eddie in the Getaway, and that was probably one of my favorite times that I've had. I play at bars every single weekend. I have a great time doing that. Like I said, the Orchard. I've played at a couple other places in Effingham, such as Heaven's Patio. But yeah, I've been playing all over. I played over in Breeze. I played in Paris, Illinois. It's been so fun.
You're getting some travel miles on you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I just try to play gigs wherever I can, and get in front of as many people as I can to show my music. So
when you get in front of people, what was the first place you played?
Well, when I was 7, my mom threw me on a stage in front of 500 people at the fair.
I'm talking like the last 3-4 years. Where's the first place when you started really getting out? Where was the first place you played? What were the emotions going through your head?
Yeah, so I'd say the first place I played at was Heaven's Patio in Effingham. And I remember being so nervous because I would be thinking about my hands on the guitar and then me singing at the same time. And just like, it was so euphoric. Like, it is a crazy feeling because it was like the first time I was nervous. There's people out there from my hometown that I had been watching me do the music for a long time. I'm like, okay, time to go. We got to play this song right here. We got to play this.
So you played the Orchard, you said a couple weeks ago, which,
yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been to the Orchard in Effingham, north side of Effingham there on 45, go visit. It's one I will vouch for. But you go there to get ready to play. It's not as nervous, is it? It's just second nature now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a pretty awesome feeling, isn't it?
It is an awesome feeling. I mean, I definitely still get nervous, but like, I don't get as nervous. I'm definitely more prepared. And like something that Jelly Roll said, he's like, you play 100 shows and you'll feel all right. You play 500 shows, you'll be like, okay. But once you play 1,000 shows, it's like second nature at that point. It's like, you know exactly how to feel. You know exactly what to go into. And it's like, you know how to work with the crowd. You know your song. It's just, as you keep going, you keep getting more experience. You just keep getting better and better. And it's so cool to see.
Let's talk about those crowds when we come back here in a little bit. We're going to get back to the music here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. We're going to come back with Kalen Mxrcux, talk about the crowds, and talk about what he likes to play at his show, so you know what to look forward to when you see him out and about. Kalen Mxrcux, singer-songwriter from Altamont, Illinois, with us here on the Clubhouse Cafe Morning Show. We're going to get you back to the music right here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Cafe Morning Show. It's Thursday, and I've got Kalen Mxrcux. That's with an X, ladies and gentlemen. That's Mxrcux. And he's a man who is a singer-songwriter from Altamont, Illinois, up and coming. He's just released in the last year his Roots to Romance, his first hit, and he's on Spotify. You can follow him. We're going to get to that here in a little bit, but former baseball player turned singer-songwriter. And Kalen, we talked about you played the Orchard, you played in Paris, you played in Breeze, you played all over Central and Southern Illinois. What songs are when people come see you, what songs will they hear you play?
Well, they'll hear me play a wide range of music. They'll hear me playing Hank Jr., they'll hear me playing Riley Green, Morgan Wallen, Luke Combs, Waylon Jennings, Tyler Childers, Zach Bryan. All their music just holds a special place in my heart because I feel a lot of the stuff that they're saying in the music. And it inspires me even more, honestly, to sing some of those different cover songs. But I also play a bunch of my original songs, too. I've gotten to the point where I've written so many songs to where I can actually make a set of my original music too. So I've been doing a set of cover, I've done a set of original, and then the third set would be cover songs again. So it's super cool how I can put in my music in there as well now.
Well, yeah, because that's what's important to you. That's what's special to you as well, and it's what people will fall in love with. You've got a great personality, great vibes, man. Great vibes. I appreciate that more than anything because when you go see somebody perform and you want to hear live music, that's what you want. You want great vibes. You want that feeling of we're here to have fun.
Yep.
And then your songs tell the story, right?
Yep. Yes, sir. That's exactly right.
That's what it's all about,
my friend.
That's
the hardest thing because that's about getting comfortable on stage, and that's like what we said a little bit earlier, talking about doing 1,000 shows, like Jelly Roll said. Because as you keep doing that, you're able to vibe with yourself, and you believe in yourself so much to where the crowd has no other choice to believe in you too. Like it's beautiful.
It is. It's awesome, and I've done the radio enough now that I hop on here, and you know this is the first time that we've got to meet, and you and I are vibing. That's what's great.
Yeah.
And it's fun, man. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it entertaining, and that's what makes everything just work. And we can't have enough fun in this life. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get back to the music, and we're going to come back and finish up the Clubhouse Cafe morning show here in a little bit with Kalen Mxrcux, singer-songwriter from Altamont, and we're going to find out exactly how you can book him, where you can find his original music, where you can see him playing, and all the info you need. So stay with us here on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show on Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Remember riding my bike to Grandma's house, up over the railroad tracks and down Main Street past East Monroe, where the pine trees and the wheat would grow. Remember Grandpa loved to sing them blues. His brother made music and I do too. Guess some things are just meant to be, like me and you. You remind me of a small town, never turn the noise down. You know how it goes round here. Then he hit me with a warm smile, had me going buck wild, made me drink a few more beers. I guess some things is meant to be. You and me gon' make some memories. We ain't here for long, there's only one chance. These roots just turned into romance. Remember sitting at the fire, we were screaming in tunes, howling at the moon to them haggard blues, praying that the leather necks don't lose. We ain't giving up. She said, boy, you ain't nothing like I've had before. You cleaned up, put together, and I was working for more. I don't mind if it's only you and me. I knew I fell in love. You remind me of a small town, never turn the noise down. You know how it goes round here. Then he hit me with a warm smile, had me going buck wild, made me drink a few more beers. I guess some things is meant to be. You and me gon' make some memories. We ain't here for long, there's only one chance. These roots just turned into romance. I know it's something brand new, all the things that we do, nothing like you ever had before. It was feeling like a long shot, making you my one stop. I never wanna let you go. I guess some things is meant to be. You and me gon' make some memories. We ain't here for long, there's only one chance. These roots just turned into romance. Turned into romance.
That is Roots to Romance by Kalen Mxrcux, singer-songwriter from Altamont, and he is our guest this morning on the Clubhouse Cafe morning show. And Kalen, thank you for being with us all morning long on this Thirsty Thursday. We've learned so much about you, my friend. We have learned that you were a diehard baseball guy and tore your labrum, got you into music full-time. Now you're singing, songwriting. You've had that, got your teeth cut in Nashville. You've got that first record, which we just heard, Roots to Romance. And now you're having fun playing all over Southern and Central Illinois. You're a local guy with a great passion for not just music, but your faith too and religion, which I think is awesome because we here at Clubhouse Lounge Radio and Clubhouse 217 feel the same way, my friend. But where can people go see you perform? Where can they find your stuff at, my man? First of all, let's start here. Where can they book you?
So they can book me by hitting up my email, or they can just go to my Facebook page at Kalen Mxrcux, my Instagram, Kalen Mxrcux, or my Twitter at Kalen Mxrcux. So they can find me on there, send me a direct message, and I look at all my direct messages from all my fans and anybody. I really like to see what people have to think and what they say, and that's the best way to get in contact with me. Just hit me up personally.
Where are you playing soon?
So January 25th, I'm at On the Rocks in Altamont. And then February 15th, I'm at Smoke and Shine in Tolono.
Where? You're going to see my boys at Smoke and Shine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you right now, when you go to Smoke and Shine, there's one thing you have to do.
What's that?
You have to eat some hush puppies.
Okay, bet.
They're the best hush puppies. I love those guys over there, Scotty and those
things.
guys. Yeah, that's a great place over there. We've got some big things coming with Smoke and Shine. They're good friends of the station and big supporters. So I'm glad to hear that you're going to be up in Tolono at Smoke and Shine. I will. What day is that?
February 15th from 8 to 11.
February 15th from 8 to 11. You know what? Young man, I'm going to make a personal appearance over there, and I'm going to meet you and see you and listen to you. How about that?
Let's go, Key.
All right, I love it. Kalen Mxrcux, ladies and gentlemen, from Altamont, singer-songwriter. You just heard it. If you're in Central Illinois, if you're in the Champaign area, Springfield, Decatur, Danville, you want to hear this guy perform, February 15th, Tolono at Smoke and Shine. Go see this man. Let's pack the place, and let's give him a great, warm welcome here to Central Illinois. Kalen, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We wish you nothing but the best. I see big things coming for you, my friend, and I'm sure we will be talking further down the line as well, my friend.
Thank you so much, Keith. I can't wait for the next conversation.
All right. This is the Clubhouse Cafe Morning Show. That's Kalen Mxrcux. Go follow him on his socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go to Spotify. Listen to this stuff. He's got great stuff and more stuff coming. So, Kalen, thank you. We're going to get you back to the music. Have a great rest of your Thirsty Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. And we will see you tomorrow morning on the Clubhouse Cafe Morning Show when we welcome in 217 Mortgage Vice President Justin Ginsler. Have a great Thursday, everybody.